The City in the Sea by Edgar Allan Poe, 1809 to 1849. Lo! Death has reared himself a throne in a strange city lying alone, far down within the dim west, where the good and the bad and the worst and the best have gone to their eternal rest. There shrines and palaces and towers, time-eaten towers, and tremble not, resemble nothing that is ours. Around by lifting winds forgot, resignedly beneath the sky, the melancholy waters lie. No rays from the holy heaven come down on the long night time of that town, but light from out the lurid sea streams up the turrets silently, gleams up the pinnacles far and free, up domes, up spires, up kingly halls, up fanes, up Babylon-like walls, up shadowy long forgotten bowers of sculptured ivy and stone flowers, up many and many a marvellous shrine whose wreathed friezes intertwine the vial, the violet and the vine. Resignedly beneath the sky the melancholy waters lie, so blend the turrets and shadows there, that all seem pendulous in air, while from a proud tower in the town death looks gigantically down. There open fanes and gaping graves yawn level with the luminous waves, but not the riches there that lie in each idol's diamond eye, not the gaily jewelled dead tempt the waters from their bed. For no ripples curl, alas, along that wilderness of glass, no swellings tell that winds may be upon some far-off happier sea, no heavings hint that winds have been on seas less hideously serene. But lo! a stir is in the air, the wave, there is a movement there, as if the towers had thrust aside in slightly sinking the dull tide, as if their tops had feebly given a void within the filmy heaven. The waves have now a redder glow, the hours are breathing faint and low, and when amid no earthly moans down, down that town shall settle hence, hell, rising from 1,000 thrones, shall do it reverence. Okay, this is a poem by Edgar Allan Poe. This is about the city in the sea. It's about a city that is ruled by death. It's the city owned by death. And this is a classic poem by Poe. It talks about death. Let's see, this is a beautiful city in the west. Now, firstly, this is in the west because the sun rises in the east and sets in the west, and the west is associated with death, with the soul. So when somebody dies, their spirit goes to the west. And this is a city which is inside the sea. It's like it's kept in a capsule, and the sea doesn't rush in, and it's a beautiful place. Beautiful place. It's got all sorts of wonderful things like turrets, pinnacles, spires, bowers, all sorts of beautiful things, but and it's a magnificent city, but it's also an evil place. This is the city of hell, and let's see. I think one of the inspirations of this is one of the things that inspired Poe in this is Kubla Khan. And this is almost like the city in Kubla Khan, but this is a city ruled by death. This also could be the city of Gomorrah, as in Sodom and Gomorrah. This is a terrible place. This is a place where there is a very ghostly, devilish setting, and finally this city sinks into hell itself, or hell comes out. At the end we have this red waves, or the waves turning red. This means that hell is coming. Red is the color of hell, and the town or this city is settling down, 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 and hell comes up, and hell is going to do this place reverence. Hell thinks that this place is wonderful, that this place is fantastic. So it's almost suggesting that this place itself is more evil than hell, that this city of death, because this city is ruled by death, is even worse, even more evil than hell itself. So, the city in the sea. Lo, look, death has reared himself a throne in a strange city lying alone, far down within the dim west. So if you go to the far west, the west, where the souls of the dead go, you will find that death has made a throne for himself. Death is the ruler of this place, the ruler of this strange city. And this is where the good and the bad and the worst and the best have gone. This is where people go when they die. So it's the city of the dead, and it's in the far, far west. There shrines and palaces and towers, time-eaten towers and tremble not, resemble nothing that is ours. So there are temples, shrines and palaces and towers, but they don't look like anything that we have on earth. Time-eaten towers and tremble not. So these are towers that are old. They've been eaten by time, but they're not shaky. They're solid. They are eternal. They're going to stay there forever. Around by lifting winds forgot, resignedly beneath the sea, the melancholy waters lie. So this is a place that is surrounded by the sea. It's in the sea, and the wind that's on the surface of the sea doesn't blow it. It's beneath the sea, and the melancholy, the sad water is around this sea. It's like a bubble in the sea. No rays from the holy heaven come down on the long night time of that town. So the light of heaven doesn't reach, the light of the sky, the light of the sun doesn't reach this city, because it's so far down that no light comes down to it. But light from out the lurid sea streams up the turrets silently. But light from the sea, from the lurid, from the disgustingly bright coloured sea. So I get this lurid sea, I get this feeling of this greenish shine from the sea. And this is what is illuminating the town. And this light comes almost from the bottom, almost from hell itself, and it's going up the turrets. It gleams up the pinnacles far and free. It shines up to the very tops of the high towers, up domes, up spires, up kingly halls. So it shines on the domes, it shines on the spires, it shines on the kingly halls, up fanes. So a fane is a temple. Let's see, I'm sure you know the word profane. And profane is the opposite. A fane is a holy place, a church, or maybe a temple to a devil. Up Babylon-like walls, so this city has walls like Babylon. Up shadowy, long-forgotten bowers. So a bower is a nice place to sit. Normally a bower is a cool place in the corner of a garden with roses going over the top and a seat for you to sit there with your love. Of bowers of sculptured ivy and stone flowers. So these bowers, they're not made of real flowers, they're carved out of stone. So everything here is carved out of stone, and it's probably a very beautiful place. Up many and many a marvellous shrine, whose wreathed friezes intertwine the vial, the violet, and the vine. I love this so wreathed, wreathed intertwine, and then via. I also love this word vile, because this is a synonym. It sounds exactly the same as vile, vile, disgusting, horrible. The vial is a viola, and the violet and the vine. Okay, so there is ivy, but carved in stone, and flowers carved in stone, and these climb up the beautiful temples, and the friezes, the edges, they are intertwined from one temple to another. So it's like the pattern is continuous, and it mixes together the vial, the violet, and the vine. These different plants are all mixed together. Resignedly beneath the sky, the melancholy waters lie. So the water that is around this place is resigned, that it's under the sky, but it's too deep for the light to get through, and here the melancholy waters lie, the sad water lies. So look at this, whose wreathed friezes intertwine. We've got more W's here. Okay. So blend the turrets and shadows there, that all seem pendulous in air. So we've got these turrets and these shadows, and they all are hanging. They all seem to hang there in the air. While from a proud tower in the town, death looks gigantically down. So in the top of a tower, of probably the tallest tower in the town, there is death looking down at his town. He's looking down at his kingdom. And this is in the far west. This is the place where the souls go. So death is the ruler of this town. There, open fanes and gaping graves yawn level with the luminous waves. So, as I said before, a fane is a holy place. It's a temple or a church. But I get the feeling it's a temple to some strange god or some strange spirit. And gaping graves, places to bury people that are open. And they yawn. So to yawn, they are open. They're completely open, and they are level with the waves. The water is at the same height, and the water could come in, but the water stays back. And notice the waves are luminous. We had this word lurid earlier for the waves. The light that is coming in. So the water could come in and fill the fanes, fill the graves. but not the riches there that lie in each idol's diamond eye, not the gaily jewelled dead tempt the waters from their bed. So there are statues with diamonds, there are jewels in the dead, there are dead people everywhere, and these great riches, this great wealth does not tempt the water to come in and take these jewels. So the waters stay away. It's almost like the water is frightened of the city of death. It's afraid to go in. For no ripples curl, alas, along that wilderness of glass. So it's like there's this glass barrier between where the water stops and the city itself. But there are no ripples along the surface. The water will not come in. No swellings tell of winds that winds may be upon some far off happier sea. So there's no movement of the water, and this doesn't tell us about the fact that, or indicate that there are happier places further away where the winds have blow the water. But no, this place is completely still. There's an eerie stillness to it. No heavings, the water heaves up, no movement, hint that winds have been on seas less hideously serene. So the water is absolutely flat, it's hideously serene, it's hideously calm, and there is no hint that the wind has ever blown this water. And then suddenly we have this change. But lo, a stir is in the air. Something's happening. There's a wind, there's a stir, there's a difference. The wave, there is a movement there. So suddenly there is a wave, there is a movement. As if the towers had thrust aside in slightly sinking the dull tide. So it looks as if the towers are sinking, the whole town is sinking down, as if their tops had feebly given a void within the filmy heaven. So these it is sinking, that it is going down. The waves have now a redder glow. The waves are glowing red, and this city, it's going down. It's going to hell. The redder glow is the fires of hell. The hours are breathing faint and low, so that there is little time left for this city. And when amid no earthly moans, down the town shall settle hence. So there are no moans of people alive. These are only the sounds of the dead. And this place is going down into hell. Hell rising from 1,000 thrones shall do it reverence. And hell is going to come up and take this place. And hell is going to be happy. Hell is going to pay reverence to this place, because this place is even more evil than hell itself. And therefore hell is going to feel reverence for this people. That death, the personification of death, is worse than the devil. So this is the city of death, and hell is the city of the devil. So a very gothic poem. So The City in the Sea by Edgar Allan Poe.